up, guys, and welcome to Rift Seekers, your Friday night D&D. As always, we have most of the crew here. Glenn Diesel is going to have to miss out on tonight, recovering from shoulder surgery, but I am It's That Fly Guy. You can find me all over the internet, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, everywhere, at It's That Fly Guy. And the man to my left, the beautiful human being with the most feminine dog I've ever seen, the PhD in D&D, Dr. Diz. How we doing today?
Doing pretty good. Just recovered from a massive computer problem, but back out there streaming now. So you guys can find me on Twitch and all social media under Dr. Diz _ DM because Dr. Diz is taken on Twitter. So
dang it.
Some English guy. So.
I know the feeling.
And the man to my right, the most explosive personality you'll see on this show. Baker Boom Boom, how you doing?
What's up, guys?
Warn me, dude.
Jeez. Gotta give us a countdown or something.
Nope. You
My
said
hands
I'm
are
explosive.
sweating.
I was being explosive.
Anywhere that you want people to be able to find you on the internet?
I can be found on most places on the internet at Baker Boom Boom because it was not taken. Baker Boom is, but not Baker Boom Boom.
Nobody wants that second boom.
I do.
Nobody else can take that second boom. That's why.
That's what
And,
she said.
of course, as fates would have it, we have the bottom row, the horniest people in town. Our Arnem, our Minotaur, and our Tiefling. Malinox, how you doing?
Oh, I am doing absolutely fantastic. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
You know, I'm okay. I woke up early this morning.
Okay.
had to be at work a little early this morning. But where can people find you, Mal?
You can find me anywhere. You can find someone on the internet at Malnox. That means on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitch, on TikTok, on Snapchat, on YouTube, but
What
not
about
on
Twitter?
Twitter. Not on Twitter. Twitter, it's Malnox TV, the guy that has Malnox tweets once a year. I've DM'd him. He doesn't get back to me. I don't know what else to do. Hashtag release the tag.
Guys, we want hashtag release the tag to be trending by the end of the night, please. Can we get at Malnox hashtag release the tag trending? Just let's do it, chat.
No cyberbullying, though.
No cyberbullying. Be polite.
Be polite.
Hashtag please release
somebody
the tag.
might know this guy. He would just happily give this the tag.
Yeah, hashtag please release the tag.
He's probably a really cool guy.
He's probably a really cool guy. He's like, yeah, sure, you can have it, bro. I don't even care.
Right.
I don't know. So I
And-
haven't got back to you in so long.
And on the bottom right, we have Wignatius.
What?
How you doing? It's been a
Man.
while.
It has been indeed. Now I do want to clarify something. That my horns are bigger than Mal's. Just
Now-
putting that out there.
Let me clarify that the decorative horn inlays that I got from the blacksmith a couple of campaigns ago actually were just big enough to bring it a little they're like 2 centimeters bigger now. I'm just saying.
And they're
You're-
far
you're
more
getting there.
decorated.
So okay, so his look better. But man, I'm doing good. I'm happy to be back. I forgot, I think, how to play. But that's all right. We'll make stuff happen.
Yeah,
We're about it.
we will. We will do that. But with that, guys, we're gonna get right into the session. We're gonna have to have a short one today. But we are gonna get into the session. We pick up with y'all having defeated the bandits, and I believe y'all started making your way back to town, correct?
Correct.
But y'all had not made it yet.
Yes. The last thing that we did was just, I think, finish looting the bandits.
Yes.
Y'all pick up there. Bandits have been defeated. If I remember correctly, it was Randy that had the rift open in front of him, and a half dragon arm came out and killed the last
Yeah.
bandit.
Yes.
Yes, that was me.
At which point, Rift did a little bit further investigation and found a talisman on one of the bigger guys that had the 5-headed dragon on it.
Mm-hmm.
And we pick up there, and the game is y'all's.
Wait, we're not gonna mention that I've been cow-napped?
I mean, that was at the beginning of the session.
So that's the last thing people might remember.
So we are down a moo man right now.
Arnem has been cow-napped.
Yeah, I tried to
Sad.
stop it, but I was unable to.
I
True, he
appreciate
did try
your
to shoot
effort.
the
We
rock.
look
Also
for you,
tried to
bro.
split the party
Yeah.
to go searching for him.
But we were told we figured that might not be the best idea to have 2 level 5s chase a Rakshasa.
You're right.
2 level 5s chase a fiend.
You
I
know
am
what?
a fiend. I don't know what you're talking about.
We've done dumber things.
No, you're like half fiend. But where would y'all like to go from here, guys? It is y'all's world to explore. Or what would you like to do if you're not going to move immediately?
Well, I say we head on back to Kenna, let her know the bandit problem's taken care of, and see maybe who else these bandits might have been bothering. See if we can get some more information on maybe where they come from. I mean, if they're at all connected to the Knights of Tiamat, might be worth looking into.
Yeah.
I think we need to question Keltesh about this Rakshasa.
Yeah, that's a great idea. You know, he might have seen it, or he might have seen someone that did see it. Good idea.
I feel like he knew we would be out here and no one else would have known this.
You make a fair point, do you? You'd make a fair point, do you? Yeah.
Well, let's go, boys.
So
And I start skipping off.
y'all start to travel back. It takes about an hour to get back to town. Y'all get into town. The guards greet you. It's the day shift, so it's the same guys that guided y'all out
Mhm.
the day before. They greet you, welcome you in. Did y'all take care of the problem? The bandits y'all were looking for?
Oh, yes, we sure did. Yes.
I don't think they're going to be bothering you anytime soon.
Who was this again? Who are we talking to?
These are just the guards at the front.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not concerned with them.
You just stare at him.
Very well. Come on in, and they kind of move aside and let y'all through. Y'all go where first?
I say we head to Kenna and let her know the problem has been taken care of, and collect on that reward we talked about.
My man.
Alrighty. Y'all head to, who knows the name of the store?
Mages for the ages.
Diz did name it, so I
I
hope he
should
knows
know
the
it.
name of the store. Yeah, so y'all head to Mages for Ages, and Kin is there. Walk in, she goes, "Well, hello. How are you gentlemen doing today?"
Well, we're
Look around. How are we doing?
We're-
Oh,
Doing great. We've had better days, but the bandits won't be bothering you. They're having quite a bit worse day than we are.
Very, very good. Uh,
I throw my portable hole out, like on the wall there next to the counter, and I start pulling out heads and setting them on the counter.
uh, yeah. What am I supposed to do with these?
This is evidence that we did the job.
Very well. The cart getting here safely today would be evidence enough. Don't know that I need these heads, but I guess with these, I don't need to wait for the cart. You can put those away, though, please.
Of course. Do you recognize any of these gentlemen? Have you seen them with Keltesh?
Looks over them and goes, I don't recognize them. Why would they be with Keltesh? Keltesh, like the cleric?
Yes.
Why would they be with him?
I don't know. Why would they be with him? I lean in.
I don't know that they would be with him. It's not typically the type he associates with. He's tends to be fairly reserved to himself. Only, you know, associates with those he's helping in the temple.
Personally, Diz believes her, but does Q believe her?
I'll roll persuasion because she's not. I don't think she's lying. Roll a no, what is it? I can't think of the word. I'm looking for.
Insight.
Insight. Yes.
There you go.
I was like intelligence check, but that's not it.
Somewhat.
No. Well, I've lost my character sheet now. Oh, there it is. It is not very good, probably. 13.
You know, like you don't know why she would lie to you, but also she's kind of one of the magic sort, and you don't know much about the magic stuff. Like you
I straighten up. I look over at Randy. Excuse me for a moment. I walk over and I just kind of put my hand on Randy and start pushing him over towards the door, like up against the wall.
Very well. Who's going to be taking the goggles of night?
That was
The goggles of night, I believe, were for.
That was for you, correct? This
Nope.
That was for me.
Oh, was it? I thought it was for Clandis.
Clandis
Yeah,
already has the.
For
He
for
has.
Q, yeah.
Okay,
Matthias
sorry,
has them.
never mind.
Yeah, they're for the big fella back there. But
I believe you already dropped the gold.
I think I did, yes. Yeah.
I was looking at your character sheet today and was like, he doesn't have enough gold if he didn't already pay. But I thought I remembered you saying you put it on the counter, and she argued that you didn't have to. She hands the goggles over and looks at Rift and goes, "Oh, I almost forgot. Xanfer was by today.
oh, right.
He had requested that y'all meet up with him in Scyther at the great keep El Tantan of the motherfucking hills.
Right. Yes. Well, I appreciate you passing
I
that
don't
message
know
on.
why they named it that.
I don't know either. But we'll head up there. We hope that you don't have any more troubles with any more bandit attacks. You don't happen to know how many bandits typically attacked? Was it a large group? Was it
I
we just want to make sure we got them all.
I don't. honestly know. I just know that sometimes I'd get half shipments in, sometimes I'd get no shipment at all.
Right.
Very rarely would I get everything on my order list to come in.
Right. Right. All right. Well, we appreciate that, and uh, we hope everything smooth sailing from here on out for you. Um, you know, there's one more thing that you might be able to do for me, Kenna.
Of course, what can I do?
Uh, can I take off the necklace that we got at the end of last session?
Ooh, the pendant of power.
The pendant of power, yeah. And can I
Yeah.
slide it, my green pendant of power? I slide it over and say, do you mind maybe being able to tell me a little bit more about this trinket here I came across?
Uh, sure, should be easy enough. And she starts to hover her hands over it, uh, and it's her eyes start to kind of glow this purple energy, and almost like purple, like lightning strikes, kind of like jettisoning off of her fingertips to the pendant and back up. And as she kind of hovers her hands over and really looks at it for a minute and goes, "Oh, um, this is interesting. Uh, I can't really tell you what it is. Uh,
Is it magical? Is it
it is it is definitely magical. It's also definitely powerful. Uh,
do you have any inclination that kind of magic this might be touched by?
for it to be something this powerful, it would have to be great darkness or great light. It would have to be some sort of radiant, uh, celestial magic or some sort of
Or like a divine magic
demonic
then?
magic. Uh, it doesn't seem cursed. I don't get any kind of feeling like that off of it, so I would assume some sort of celestial. Uh,
Right then.
it doesn't. I can't tell you like schools of magic because I
Oh,
just
of
can't get
course.
a read on it
Of course,
outside
of
of
course.
uh, honestly outside of that it's powerful. It would have to be to keep me from being able to unlock more understanding of it. Uh, are you looking to sell it?
Uh, no, and I'm gonna take it back and say I think I'm gonna hold on to it a bit longer. I want to know a little bit more about it before I decide if we're gonna part with it or not. But I appreciate the effort.
Of course. No, if you're ever wanting to sell, uh, we don't just sell things here; we buy them as well. There's always someone looking for oddities such as this strange, powerful trinkets.
Right, I do have. Hmm. You know what? No, I think I'm gonna hold on to it a bit longer. Thank you so much, Kenna, for your help. We really appreciate it. Is there anything else we can do for you now? Any other issues you've been having?
As long as my shipment gets here today, all right, I think I'll be fine.
Are you expecting anything interesting in the shipment?
Y- your ordinary odds and ends, uh, protections, uh, some some potions that I don't have the time to make myself anymore.
Right.
Nothing major. Honestly, I've been not ordering a lot of things because I was afraid they wouldn't make it.
Right. Well, thank you again for your time, and we'll uh, we'll be back in a little bit maybe to check in on that shipment and see what you might have gotten in.
Of course.
And I'll walk over to where Q and
So while
Randy are.
they were having that conversation, I leaned down to Randy, because he's comes up to like my knees or something, right? So
A little taller now.
I lean over and I say, Randy,
Yes.
I have a conflict. I want to trust Kenna, but I feel like she is trying to make me her bitch.
I wouldn't go that far with it, but listen, big man, and I kind of patted his chest there. I was like, you just don't fully trust anyone ever? Mostly. Do you
This
understand?
makes sense.
My man.
So-
And I kinda pat him on the cheek.
You're saying that I should trust her then, because
No,
I don't trust anyone.
that's not how this works. No, sir. No. Like, don't fully trust anyone.
I understand. Trust no one.
No, that's no. Okay.
I stand up and walk away.
We're gonna have to circle back to that.
So I walk over, and as they're talking, I start putting the heads back into the portable hole.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And you see, as she's talking to Rift about everything, she's just kind of waving her hand, and casting prestidigitation on each spot as you remove the heads to keep them clean.
Yep. Makes sense. Now, Kenna told me that Xanfer was on the lookout for us and asked for us to go meet up with him and Scyther up at the keep. But maybe we should check in with Keltesh before we head up. Tie up any loose ends we have here before we move on, or should we? Do you want to head up to the keep now? What do you think?
Who were you asking that to?
All of you.
Oh, okay.
I walked over to you guys.
I thought so. Sorry. Well, I personally think we probably need to go to Keltesh as well, and like you said, tie up any loose ends we may have.
Wiggs, roll a perception check with disadvantage for me.
Oh my!
I mean, at the end of the day, we really just need to find Arnem. I mean,
Perception check, huh?
This is
Disadvantage.
difficult because Keltesh may know where he is,
he may very well.
6.
but Xanfer
Okay.
may be powerful enough to help us find him.
Again, he may very well. This is a conundrum we found ourselves within.
Conundrums.
It wasn't high enough for anything.
Of course not. It was a 6.
Yeah, you just what we talked about earlier. That's all you have to go off of for anything for what's going on right now.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, the 6 does it. I was going to give you a chance to add some stuff to what was being said, or what was happening. but
Did you
the
say
6
the
wasn't high enough.
6 does it?
Wah, wah. No, they only guide hell, not Arnem.
But
Um,
so y'all leave, or y'all going to Keltesh?
Before we go to Keltesh, I want to stop off at the APS Apothecary and check on my elixir troll strength that's being made for me right now.
Don't forget about that.
Yes. How can I help you?
Yes, hello there. Just wanted to come and check on that elixir that you had brewing for me. Is there anything else you need? Any progress been made? Is it ready yet?
No, I said it would be a few days. It's been 2. A few is more than 2. Yes.
Not where I come from.
I see here 1 to 2 days is what you told me before, but I understand if you need some more time. I don't pretend to know the mysteries that you deal with.
Can I interest you in anything else, though?
What else do you have, though?
Yes, potions and elixirs. What do you be needing, boy?
I suppose what sort of elixirs do you have?
Ah, and she reaches up and goes, ah, this one will make your hair and fingernails grow. Uh,
Right,
might even work on horns.
I
Yes?
I think I think that my friend over here purchased some of that last time we were in, did he not?
Uh, I believe so. But this one might work on horns. And she keeps looking up at your obviously, uh, obviously, specially adorned horns that you care very much for.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
You know, I don't just put anything on these. I don't want to do anything that might damage the finish on the horns. You know, I spend a lot of time taking care of them, and I got special oils just for them that I think I'm going to stick
of course.
with. But I
Of course.
appreciate the
And she
offer.
puts that one back and says, this one over here. This will make you smell like lavender.
You know, lavender's a fantastic scent, but
Only 2 silver pieces.
I like my own musk.
Touche.
This one over here, if you put it on something metal, it makes it move more freely.
I look at Q and I wink at him.
She sees this and looks at Q
Is
and
there
winks at him
something
as
wrong
well.
with your
She's like,
eye?
yes,
I
more
turn-
freely for metal.
Oh, good.
I think there's something going around. There's something wrong with their eyes, Rift.
I turn to Q and say, you been suffering from any locked up joints, any difficulty moving there recently, Q?
Do you have problems with your extremity regions, there, friend?
I don't think so.
Uh-huh. Well, then maybe this one's not for you.
I turn to her and just say, you know, why don't you round up all the interesting elixirs you might have, and we'll be back to take a look at those when we pick up the troll string.
Yes, of course, of course. No potions of minor thirst quenching for you?
You mean like water?
No, much better than water.
That was good.
Sorry,
No.
I meant to say that in my voice.
You know, I think we're doing all right now. We got to run along. We just took care of a few things for the town here. Got to go talk to Keltesh, but we'll be back for the elixir.
As we walk out, I'm like, this place is like the save a lot of magic stuff. For the Lord have mercy.
She turns around and you can't hear fully what she says, but you hear something along the lines of, I told you we needed better elixirs. We sell nothing ever.
It's like that guy at the flea market just got that first basket of crap he's just trying to sell.
Hey, out of game, if Q drank the stuff that made you grow hair and fingernails, what would happen?
You can certainly try.
You'll have to buy it and see.
I think I'm going to buy it just to see what happens.
I don't think Q would buy it, but if somebody else bought it and tricked him into drinking,
Well, it depends. Is it oral or is it a rub? Because if it's a rub, I am totally going to do that while he's sleeping.
I don't need any extra on me.
If you ask her, she'll probably tell you it's whatever you want it to be.
Oh, good gravy.
I'm really upset that y'all didn't want the can of WD-40 that she had up on her shelf.
Now, Q, when we head over to Keltesh, maybe best to let Randy do the talking. He is Keltesh seems to get a little nervous around you. Maybe stay in the back, just observe, give him a little bit of the stare down that you're so good at, and see if you pick up on any lies he might be telling.
understood. So you do not want me to show him the heads then?
Oh no, I didn't say that. If the opportunity arises, I definitely think that might be a power play.
Very good. He
Yeah.
nods, yeah.
Y'all,
I'll
y'all
wink
make
at
it,
him again.
Head to Keltesh.
y'all make it to the keep where y'all have seen Keltash the most. As he's kind of working as the head of the city for now,
Mhm.
while they're still kind of in shambles. And you look around, you don't see Keltash anywhere.
Hmm.
Can we look around and see if there would be anything indicating where if he
I mean,
was
you
here
see-
recently or
You
maybe
you
not?
see some of his students and stuff that he's got there that have been helping him.
Mm.
And you see a couple that you've seen. You've not ever caught their names. They're people that every time you talk to Keltash, he pulls them aside and asks them to go get something for him to bring to y'all, or but never anybody that y'all have had conversation with.
Wherever Randy goes, I'm literally 10 inches behind him, arms crossed, intimidating as I can be.
I, I reach up and boop him in the nose and put him in intimidation mode, like Batman's Batmobile.
Oh God.
So I want to go up to one of these students there and talk to him. Say, hey, you friend.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know your name. My name is Randy. Randy Dandy. These are my compatriots. We are looking for Keltesh. Have you seen him recently?
Yes, Keltash has gone into his hour of prayer and isolation. Every day about this time he goes up to the temple by himself and prays.
Oh, wonderful. How much longer of this prayer meditation does he have left?
Probably 45 minutes.
Fantastic.
He left not long ago.
Okay, well, excuse me for just one moment, please. And I go back and I relay this to Rift and Q is obviously right behind me. Up my
Yeah,
butt.
and
He's here.
Matthias is there with y'all.
Okay, so
His
I
arms crossed.
relay that information to him.
Even when Randy goes to talk to Rift, I'm standing behind Randy.
Are you intimidating still?
Yeah,
Even
I
though
am.
you're
I'm-
looking at you're
yes.
looking at Rift.
Yep, as intimidating as I can be.
He's in that mode, man. You can't turn it off.
Roll an intimidation check. We're gonna see how it works.
Oh no.
Roll.
I got it's like my bodyguard
Okay.
right here.
Randy, when you turn around and talk to everybody, do you smack
23.
into them?
Roll. Roll. Roll an insight.
No, I'm
check,
just
Mal.
intimidated.
You're just gonna take it. You're
I'm just
intimidated.
intimidated.
Okay. Well,
You like-
you kind of have a little bit of a cower in you.
Q, you got that look down there, Pat.
Like my eyes are red right now and everything's.
Mythyis, doesn't he look terrifying?
Yeah, he's fucking scary. Yeah.
I look back. Goes, I like it. Anyway, I relay that information and ask him if they want to wait for 45 more minutes on this dude, or should we just kind of go up in there and see what's up?
I think the best thing we could do, and for me personally, a man of the cloth who spends time communing with my God.
I interrupted. I think we should go knock the door down.
I was gonna say I think the best thing for him when he gets done with those 45 minutes is to walk out to the temple door and be confronted with that face right there, and I point at Q.
I personally think that Tin Man over here should wear the little dude as a front-facing backpack.
Excuse me, little dude has a name there, Wolverine. Sorry, you look like a pet Wolverine my mama used to have out there in the barn.
Wow, exotic.
His name was Logan. He was quite the feller.
Shut the. We're gonna get copyrighted from Disney. Cease and desist. You said Wolverine and Logan in the same YouTube video.
Hey, I could have a Wolverine named Logan.
It's spelled with an EN, not an AN.
They don't
Little
own these
accent.
words.
They don't own these animals, and Logan's a name. You can name anything Logan.
I just think right now is the scariest you've looked since I met you, Randy.
Well, thanks.
Oh, it's not you. It's him standing behind you like that.
Oh, he's doing that. Good man. I pat him on the back.
But yeah, I'm up for anything. Whatever y'all want to do.
So we're kicking in the door now, are we? Well, I'm not going to. Of
I don't
course.
think
I
we
need to
should
be-
kick the door in. I think we should just go and stand outside it and wait.
Were we voting on this?
I think you said burn the whole temple down, but you know.
Right. You know, I think it would be about 45 minutes for us to head up and talk to Scyther and then circle back and catch Keltesh on his way.
I'm looking through my bag currently to see what I have to start a fire with at the moment.
It is about an hour to the keep.
Is that part of town?
Yeah, the keep is correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it about an hour out of town?
To the you mean our keep, right? Yeah.
Right, well then let's go wait for Keltesh.
Okay, so
Y'all go to the temple district, find the temple.
Is there a
sit
bar
outside.
nearby?
In the temple district.
I mean,
You know, there's gods.
there's
There's
probably
gods that
like towards the. Actually, I just realized who the two main gods of this town are now.
right?
Yes, there are.
What I'm saying.
That you see the temple of Lathander, which you assume is the one
oh, he definitely gonna let me
that
have those
Keltesh
drinks.
is in,
Yeah.
and you see the temple of Cord,
Yes, yes. The Temple
Uh,
Accord. I'm head that way.
and it doesn't look much like a temple, more like an arena with a bar.
I'm going to the Temple of Cord right now.
Okay, you go to the temple of Cord. You ask for alcohol in the temple.
Yes.
Well, as soon as what do I see when I walk in?
It's literally you walk in the doors and you look around and you're like, I'm in the temple district. Or like this looks more like just there's a ring over there for fighting. Like there's like bleacher seats
Mhm,
to watch the fighting,
mhm.
and then there's a bar. And you're kind of perplexed. You're in the temple district, but this is not.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar.
What can I do for you?
Yes, I'd two questions for you. First off, I'd love to get a drink. Absolutely parched.
Of course, we can do that.
And second off, could you tell me over here now? Forgive my ignorance. I don't know much in the ways of card, but what's this arena over here? And furthermore, the temple is very interesting. Could you tell me a little more about it?
Yes, this is the proving grounds of Cord.
Right.
You don't know who Cord is?
No, I know who Cord is. I just not very familiar with the rituals for the worship. As you have it.
Cord is the god of combat.
Right, yes. I suppose it does make sense.
So, like the best way to worship a god who loves fighting and war is to prove yourself in a battle.
Right. Oh, yeah. You make a fair point. What do you have here that you'd recommend as far as the drinks go?
mean, honestly, it's all pretty shit till you get your first one in, and then you don't care anymore.
Right. Give me one. Give me 4 or whatever, and tell me a little bit more about this arena. You know, if someone were wanting to show themselves worthy in the eyes of Card, how might they go about doing that?
I mean, it's really pretty simple. We use the battle ring
Mm-hmm.
for our daily training and rituals of those of us who are inside of the temple practicing
Right.
followers of Cord. But we do allow once a 10-day for just an open tournament of sorts.
And when might that be occurring?
Well, that happened about 8 days ago, so probably 2 more days. That's how that works.
Right.
I wish I was a fighter.
Appreciate the information there. How much do I owe you for these drinks?
For all those, about 4 copper pieces.
All right, then I toss him a gold.
He catches the gold, turns and starts pulling out some change.
And I just say, no, that's for you.
Uh-huh.
Blessings of Card be upon you.
And you.
All right, take the drinks and
Bites the gold a little bit and puts it in the...
take the drinks back and hand them out to everyone, including Q.
Just down.
Yeah.
Gawk, gawk, gawk,
So y'all sit there and drink. He was right. It's not really good. It's like a low bar whiskey, like a low ball whiskey.
All right.
But after you drink enough, you don't care about how it tastes anymore.
Delicious.
So, but yeah, y'all wait. If he brings you a couple more rounds, since you gave him a gold piece for drinks that were a copper a piece, anytime that he sees your glass is empty for 2 or 3 rounds, basically, he just keeps bringing them out.
All right. Kind of keep track of time the best we can to,
Yeah,
you know, want to kind of walk over when we think that Keltesh might be, or at least keep an eye out for Keltesh coming out so we can catch him.
it's not that hard. The temple is a fairly open building during the day.
Mhm.
Probably 35 minutes go by. You start thinking it's probably about time for Keltesh to be getting ready to finish.
Yeah, we'll head on over towards the temple and wait for him to come out. Look at everyone else and say, "What should we? It should be about that time. You want to head over and catch Keltesh? Q, you got those eyes ready."
I have my gun out, actually.
That might be a little bit past intimidating, and that might be onto downright frightening. You know, I hope maybe we put the gun away for now, and it's always
Understood.
close at hand.
I put the gun up and pull the arm blade out.
I mean,
It
that's
is
better.
It is better.
It's like you have a 350-pound 8-year-old with you.
Straight friggin' forward to the point.
Yeah. Y'all are sitting there discussing whether Q's gonna try to kill him with the gun or the arm blade, and why Q probably shouldn't try to kill the man who's currently leading the city.
Mm-hmm.
And Rift especially, you start thinking and looking up at the sun and trying to, he should be out by now.
Should I walk? Is the door to the temple open?
I mean, it's not like open, but it is unlocked. It's not. They haven't like locked down the temple or anything.
All right. It seems that this hour of meditation's stretching into the second one. Maybe we could just pop in and make sure everything's all right in there. What do you all to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Walk on into the temple.
I would think it's a great idea, but I'm not there.
You walk in and you see a few different clerics running around doing stuff in the temple. Some are praying.
I grab a hold of one, like by the robe.
Yes.
Pull him close. Have you seen Keltesh?
No, not in a little while. Why?
I look over at Rift. Do you believe him?
Do I believe him?
Please let me go. Why? Roll. Insight check.
Hmm?
I mean,
that's a
he's
dirty 20.
He seems scared shitless. He was walking around
23.
Doing his own thing, praying, working in the temple, and all of a sudden a 350-pound metal man grabbed him and pulled him up to him. He seems too scared to try to lie at this point.
I'm just ask him. Yeah, has Keltesh been in today?
No, he should have been here a little while ago, but I have not seen him. I figured he got busy at the keep.
Fuck. All right. Then I grab Hugh and start pulling him towards the door.
I let go of the guy.
Taking him with you.
He just kind of collapsed to the ground and starts breathing heavy, trying to calm himself down.
Son of a... So, somewhere between leaving his keep and coming here, Keltesh made a detour, or that fucker back at the keep's not telling the truth. Randy, do you remember the one you talked to back at the keep?
Yes. It was the one I talked to back at the keep.
Right. Supposing I walked into that one. All right.
Sorry, they all look alike to me. I don't know. I mean,
Yes. Can we? I think we should head back to the keep and check on this, because what are the chances that the day our friend Arnem gets snatched up by a Rakshasa, the same day these bandit attacks happen is the same day that Keltesh mysteriously misses his daily prayer?
Coincidence? I think not.
Could be.
But I'm not there.
somebody may have snatched our dear old friend up, or killed him, or maybe he's the one doing it. We don't know.
Might be the one doing the snatching. Head back to the keep and find that guy Randy talked to.
Yeah. So y'all go back to the keep. Randy.
I grab a hold of him.
Randy,
Yes.
roll me an intelligence check to see if you can pick out which one you talked to. You didn't ask a name. You didn't.
I did. I introduced myself. Did they not? Tell
As
me
soon
that?
as Randy looks at one,
No, you intelliged yourself and then went into
I
a
grabbed
run-on
that one.
sentence.
That's what Randy does. I just playing the character. So intelligence.
I mean, it's not going to be like a super hard. We're talking like a DC 10.
It's 14 on the dice. What do you add to that?
Your intelligence.
Oh, that's a 1, so it's 15.
Okay, yeah, you hit it. You pick out the guy that you talked to earlier, and
Okay. Hey, cue him, that one right there, and I boop boop on the head. I said, "Do your thing."
I grab him,
ah,
pull him in, down to Randy.
what is the meaning of this?
Yes, what you had explained to me and my big friend here earlier that Keltesh was in the temple praying. We went there and they have not seen or heard of him today.
They've not. He should be back by now.
No.
They've not seen him yet.
No. So either their line or your line. So please explain yourself, sir.
He turns and he's. Let go of me. We have some bigger problems right now. And he turns and he starts talking to one of the other clerics, and that one runs off, and you start hearing,
Bells?
5-10 minutes later, you start hearing bells and stuff going on, and if Keltesh is missing, the city could be in great trouble.
Keltesh wore a pendant around his neck, right?
Yep.
While this is happening, can I cast Locate Object on that
I
pendant?
knew it.
You could,
I've heard
Yeah.
about this before.
if it were in 1,000 feet of
Yep.
here.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is
I mean,
not.
it's worth a shot.
It's not.
what?
It is
Not
not.
1,000 feet?
Well, then I will relay that information to. Yeah, jeez. I'll relay that information to the cleric there. Say, listen. Either does Keltesh ever take that pendant off? The one he wears around his neck, the pendant to Lathander.
No, that's the pendant of the town. That is Lathander and Cord's symbols together.
Right. Now, that pendant is not within 1,000 feet of here. That means that Keltesh isn't either. Am I correct in thinking that?
I would assume he would never leave that behind.
Unless he's dead.
But if
you
he's dead,
say
the
that-
pendant still would be
Right.
there.
You say that, and the look of worry and fear on this guy's face drops to just white, pale, like shock. As the realizations that if Lathander's missing, he could be dead. Lathander.
It's like a
Keltesh.
banner. I was like,
Yeah, if
Well,
Keltesh
Thander's
is
missing.
missing, he could
Uh-oh.
be dead. If
It's
Lathander's missing, the whole world could be gone.
Ooh, yeah. You know anything
Tune
about
in
that,
next week.
Bagger?
Tune in next week.
But yeah, if Keltesh, not Lathander, we just talked about the gods. If Keltesh is missing, he very well could be dead. And as y'all know, you may not believe it, character wise, but he's kind of been the one stabilization in the city
Mhm.
that just continually gets rocked by thing after thing after thing.
Gonna huddle him up and say, I think we might be in a little bit over our heads here, boys. What do you say we go check in with our friends up over at the keep and see if they could shed some light on the situation?
Probably the best plan we have right now, boys.
It's not gonna do us any good here. He's not here. He's not within 1,000 feet of here. No one's seen him. Maybe Sanford has some magic that can help him. Maybe if we can find Arnem, he has something that can help us here.
Let's go.
What do you think,
Turn.
Mythyis?
Yeah, whatever.
Mythyis, you've been very quiet today. Are you worried about Keltesh?
Do I have to talk to that Scyther guy? He's kind of a dick.
No, you don't have to. You just keep standing back there. Well, tell him you have a sore throat.
Sure,
You've
let's
been-
fucking go then. I
you've been
always have a sore throat. Have you heard my fucking voice?
Lost your
Cannon.
voice during the battle.
I live with a goddamn sore throat. I need a lozenge.
We could stop at the apothecary, see if she has one.
And I'm sitting there with my just happen to have my guitar in my hand. I go, Rico.
Is that canon now? Randy invented Ricola.
He at least invented the
He at
theme
least
song
invented
for it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
The little jingle.
Excellent.
But he didn't get it trademarked or copywritten, so
So I get nothing. It's the story of Randy's life.
You look up and there's the cleric in the corner just
Oh.
that's brilliant.
Lozenge, Ricola.
All right, let's head to the keep.
Y'all start making your way to the keep. It's not that hard. Are y'all gonna grab the horses
Oh yeah, we
to
have
go
horses.
out, or
We have horses, don't we?
We do. For now. Anyway. Or do we buy them? Do we buy these horses? We did. There are
I
horses.
think we did.
you
from
bought
Mugs and More Mugs.
Yeah, I
you
think
bought them from Mugs and
Yeah,
More Mugs.
Mugs and More Mugs.
We
They're
had
currently
a
stabled there.
wagon,
You have a
and a
wagon,
few
and
horses. Yeah.
4
Yeah.
horses.
horses.
Yep.
Or don't we have? Was one of them a war horse that was big enough for Q or no? Or
Yeah,
did we
Q-
decide that Q was
Yeah.
was not too heavy for a horse?
Right. I'm not like
Yeah.
a Goliath.
Well,
Yeah.
he's not like
Not like
350 pounds. That's a big human.
Mm.
I'm the one that was walking.
Arnem
in
was
those
the one
days.
that wasn't big enough or was too big for the.
I gotcha.
I could ride a mastiff.
He could. It
A
is a
big
thing
one.
in
It had to be a
D&D.
big one. Okay.
It is a thing in D&D. Small creatures can ride dogs.
Well, I'm
man.
technically medium, but I'm,
Nah,
very,
you're small.
I'm a small medium.
It's fine,
Uh,
on the small side.
So if y'all get the horses, that cuts down the time a little bit. But y'all make your way to the keep.
Mhm.
It's not that hard. Y'all have been there before. As you kind of just ride in. There's nobody at the gates. If y'all remember correctly, it was kind of run down.
Mhm.
But yeah, y'all ride through the gate, almost all the way up to the door before you have to hop off the horses.
You know.
Yeah, hop off and charge in.
You charge in, just kick the door open.
No, I knock.
Oh, you knock? No, I just open it. I try
Okay,
to
so
open the door. Is it unlocked?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
unlocked.
I just walk in then.
I go knock on it. He goes, just opens it and barges in.
You just
Oh,
finish it
right.
off with the pretend.
Do I see anyone right inside?
Not right inside.
All right, can I
Yeah.
just shout out for Xanfer? No, Xanfer was here. Can I shout out for Xanfer?
As you
Can I
shout,
use
you
thaumaturgy to make my voice really loud.
as you shout from literally just the other side of you, you hear, "How can I help you?" And it's the elven servant
Mhm.
that y'all have had interactions with,
Higgins.
Higgins. Good old Higgins.
Higgins, was it?
Yes, Sir Rift.
Listen, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be brash, but I need to speak with Xanfer and I need to speak with Scyther, and we need to see them now. Where are they?
They are in the war room. They were waiting for your arrival.
And before he even finishes his sentence, I'm walking towards the way he pointed. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm just walking.
They did not expect it to be so abrupt.
That's all we know. And I just wave on as I'm walking through with him.
He turns and he follows y'all in, and he tries to push to the head.
How do you wave, Randy, like this? I'd do the same thing as I walk by Higgins.
Yes, yes, yes. And he's like trying to keep up and pass you, but he's trying to keep the very proper hands behind his back and feet moving faster than the rest of his body. And as y'all get to the door and he realizes he's not gonna pass you, Scythe, they're here.
Push the door open.
They turn and look at you, and Xanford. Oh, yes. How are you doing?
Oh, we've been better. We have an issue that we need your help solving, and we need your help solving it now.
Well, we have issues that we potentially need your help solving. So, or handling for the time being.
Fantastic.
Well, and Scythe is, yeah, yes. What can I help you with? What do y'all need now?
Listen,
And-
what do you guys know about Rakshasas?
Hmm.
Did you say Mufasas?
Yes.
Say it again.
Say it again.
Scyther, just kind of looks at you, dumbfounded, and Xanfer goes, that is the fiend, correct?
Yeah,
the
tiger looking fella,
tiger
two left
looking-
hands.
Yeah. I mean, they exist. I don't know much more outside of that.
Well, one was here about 4 hours ago now, and it snatched up our friend, the big fella, you know, the other horny one.
Yes, Arnem is not with you. Well, if you have a Rakshasa after you, that is not gonna be pleasant. That means he's been angered in some way, shape, or form.
Right, we'll deal with that later. Right now, we need to find Arnem, and furthermore, we need to find Keltesh.
Well, if we can find them, we might be able to. And Xanfer looks at Scythe and goes, "Yes, yes, we can. Yes, it would work. But okay, let's try it now, I guess." And Xanfer and Scyther sit down at the table in the war room and just kind of like hands out towards each other.
I'm anxiously
Right.
pacing back and forth in front of them the whole
Start
time.
focusing, and they yes, Arnhem is alive.
Right?
Mm.
Do you know where he is?
Give us a second, and you see Xanfer's eyes do something you've never seen anybody's eyes do. They just solid white, like cloudy white. And as Xanfer's eyes do that, you look over and Scyther's eyes do the exact same thing. And they start to focus, and all of a sudden, a doorway of sorts opens up, and there's nothing on the other side. But if you reach out and touch it, it feels like just air blowing out of the door, like at you, right?
Mhm.
And you, Arnhem is thrusted through the door into the war room with you,
Well, that was easy.
Whoa.
with chains on his wrists.
What?
I pick him up
And-
off the ground and
Keep it going because
I
it's
give
worse.
him a big hug.
And just ridiculous amount of claws scratched through his chest over and over and over, like almost the entire time y'all been separated. He's had something ripping into his chest over and over again, and he does not look like he's hanging on very well.
That's
Am
what
I
you
even
get for
conscious?
missing the last one.
You are conscious, but barely.
I immediately cast a healing word on him.
Yeah, hand on his chest, all 25 points of my lay on hands on him.
So 25 points. Baker, how many?
10 healing
10?
on him. Yeah.
So you have about 37 hit points.
Ooh.
Dang, that's not bad.
So
Thank
the
you, guys.
chains on his arms, are they locked?
His arms are locked, but the chains have been like you can see at the edge of the chains where
Hmm.
it's just been busted.
Is it
I'm
like shackles? Like
No,
or
he's not shackled together,
just chained? Okay.
just chained. And the chains, you know, like you come off the cuff that's around his wrist, 4 or 5 links, and then there's just a link that's totally like just busted open. Then the other side, you come off 4 or 5 links, and there's just a link that's totally busted open.
Okay.
I'm gonna do like a guttural cough and then spit out some blood
Yeah.
after this.
And as y'all look up, Keltesh, um, Xanfer and Scyther stop, and Xanfer goes, I don't find Keltesh anywhere. Not not that like he's dead. I just don't find him anywhere.
Could he be on a different plane?
I we're talking about powerful stuff just to be able to, I mean, locate and bring. I couldn't find, not to another plane. I couldn't see. No, if he were on another plane, he might still be alive somewhere. But I can't find even his essence anywhere.
Right. Thank you for finding Arnem.
So I'm probably like on my knees, kind of dazed and confused.
Yeah, and everything we've talked about, you have full. You were awake for every, like he made sure you were awake, cognizant. You know, for everything that happened. So you have full knowledge of everything we talked about.
Wow.
You can share later at your leisure.
Of course. I
we had
think
a
at the
private
moment
session.
I don't think I could probably utter words. And actually, I might even think that this isn't real.
Maybe you might think it's some
So-
sort of delusion.
Yeah, I'm about to do something that's probably not good.
But Scyther looks up at you and goes, now for our thing, I fear that my friends have gotten into bigger trouble than I thought. Me and Xanfer have been able to locate them. Kind of. You think?
Kind
Maybe.
of, you think. Where do you think they are?
So you and Scyther, as you've talked to him multiple times, has this kind of stutter, and Xanfer goes, "Good Lord, we think that your battle for Tiamat, against Tiamat, may be one that the party went after as well. We think that they are in Tiamat's keep, castle, whatever you want to call it, on her plane."
Would I know the name of that plane, or?
You might. I would have to give it to you later
Um,
because I don't have that written down right now.
Okay. I don't know if I'd heard of it or.
Sly.
You would have seen it.
Okay.
Y'all, because remember when the first rift opened, y'all saw into the plane that Tiamat lived.
Yes.
And Tiamat was trying to break through that rift. Yes. Biggs.
I've been pulled back through the rift. I'm starting to kind of come to conscious, but I don't think I kind of believe what's happening. So what I'm going to do is Arnem is going to say in Abyssal, he's going to try to cast a spell because he thinks maybe this is a moment to maybe strike back and try to run away, clear whatever this illusion might be. and he's
I grab his hand. And
he's about to cast Earth Tremor. So
No,
yeah,
I
you
grab-
probably. And
I
I'm going to
grab his
start
hand.
speaking in Abyssal.
and I speak back to him in Abyssal. Calm down. It's okay. Because I do speak Abyssal. I just so happened. I was looking at my language. I do
epic.
speak it.
That's epic.
I grab both his hands and I pull him down. Like, look at me. It's okay. In Abyssal.
Nah. I'll let you decide if that's enough. I won't even make you roll. You have the knowledge of your character and what's just happened.
Mhm.
You can decide whether Randy's voice speaking to you in that moment would be enough. I won't even make you roll for it.
He's got a very beautiful voice. It definitely stands out.
I do. Have
It's
pretty
enough
high
to stop
charisma,
me.
too.
He persuades me.
Yeah. I can roll a persuasion check if you want me to.
It's gonna be real high.
It's going to be really high.
You got to beat a 17.
Oh, my modifier's almost a 17.
Zenfer looks up and goes, "Yes, no need to cast anything that would only get you hurt more on them."
I pass out.
Well, okay.
And then I fart. I'm sorry. It's the old man nerves. I'm sorry.
With that,
okay.
me and Scyther are, and I can't believe I'm saying this, me and Scyther are going to try to get them back.
What do you need from us?
We need you to keep the battle going on this side. We need you to make sure that you get whatever power you need, that you can defeat the foes that are against you, those who work for Tiamat on this side, and maybe make sure she doesn't come to this world because we would like a plane to come back to.
You
But
two are going
also-
into Tiamat's plane alone.
Not really alone.
Are you fucking mental?
Do you want to go to Tiamat's plane?
No. That's why I just asked if you're fucking mental.
See, there's something to be said when you have friends that have been by your side for over 70 years,
Right.
that you have fought with, that you have watched die and come back, that you have had colleagues die and not come back. If there's something that we can do to save Siloran and Akaminos and Krillix
That one. I like him.
and Aquarian and all of them, we're going to do it. Now we need to know
Right.
that you are going to keep the fight up here and potentially even to cause a distraction on this side. They can't focus on both planes at once. If their focus is for Tiamat to return to this plane, they can't be focused here and there. Now, we have ways for the two of us to get in there. But for now, if you need, this can be your base of operations. This can be where you work out. And at that point, Scyther steps up and is squarely looking at Mythyis. It's like, no, no, they cannot go into the lab or the and he starts and Sanford just puts his hand up and this is yours for now. Higgins will help you in any way he can. Whatever you need that is here can be yours. Let's continue to grind, to grab the power needed to best Tiamat, because she cannot return to this plane. If we fail to get our friends back, you must make sure you succeed in keeping her in that plane of existence.
Right. Couple of clarifying questions for you. uh, First and foremost, do you have any other leads on some of these items of power we might be able to go seeking out? Or any leads of leads? Or any. Do you have a friend of a friend that heard about something once?
Zenfer looks at you. Uh, how many of you are wearing the pendant, and how are you wearing it?
I put
Yours
mine.
would
I put mine back
yours
in my
would be
bag.
clearly out in the open.
Yeah, hanging out. Is it glowing?
They're all glowing.
Okay.
Yeah, I put mine back in my pouch when I took
I
it
would
away
be
from Kenna.
underneath my coat, probably.
I'll
I
be
think
inside coat pocket.
Inside
I'm
Copa.
probably actually naked. Everything's probably torn off. So
If it's not torn off, it's like shredded while you're wearing it.
Oh my.
Bare bull butt hanging
I
out.
walk over and pull down like a drape off the wall and walk over and wrap it around Arnem.
Before you do
that
that,
was distracting.
Zenfer looks down and he takes a staff that he's holding.
Mhm.
He kind of points with the staff at Arnem's chest and goes, "It looks like you have all the answers you need. You just have to know how to unlock it."
I take out my pendant and say, "Do you have any idea what this is, Zenfer?"
Yes, I can't help you with how it works, but I do know that it is a connection to a deity, uh, much like your holy symbol that you carry holds value to you, correct?
Aye.
But it does more than that, doesn't it?
Yes.
It allows you to do things that you shouldn't be able to do.
As of recently, it's been a trick or two.
That is a connection with a deity, a celestial. That pendant is the same. I don't know what the power is. I don't know what it allows you to do. But I know that when you unlock it, it will allow you to do great things.
Right.
And if you know how to ask the right questions, it will guide you where you need to go.
Right. When do you leave?
Yes, about that. Today. And as you look up, they're both wearing belts, very similar to yours, except for in the middle of y'all's, there's a circle with runes drawn into it. That the runes are grayed out and cracked and busted. Theirs, that circle is lit up with energy, and the runes are completed. These will allow us to get there. We'll need some ways to get back, but I think if we get a hold of our friends, some of them have those ways.
Right. So keep the fight going here. Seek out objects of power by talking to these necklaces. It's what I've gathered so far. Does that seem about right?
I mean, you can seek out objects of power many ways.
Right.
You can go to a store and get an object of power. It's more finding the right objects and finding the right path.
Side quest.
Zanfer, before you head off, would you mind taking a walk with me?
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
He looks up at you, and this entire time, he's not flirted with you. He's not been Xanfer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not been that over the top.
Yeah.
But when you say, "Will you take a walk with me?" he kind of gets that look in his eye and that little half cocked grin. And
Hungry.
of course I will.
I've got a feeling I can't deny.
Sorry,
Sorry.
we can put off.
I say we can.
We can
take care
put
of
off
that, right?
the trip for a minute. Xanfer goes to walk with you.
We can.
So as they
If
leave,
you-
I would like to now rip off the drapery off the wall and wrap it around Arnem.
You could have been doing that after
And,
at any time, but as you were getting ready to
walk
do it,
out
when
to-
he pointed.
I walk out to Higgins and
Did Malnox
say-
just freeze for anybody else?
Yes.
yeah, it is.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
Say, Higgins,
What up?
I need a room for Arnem to rest in.
Yes. Any room you would like. And he starts kind of going through and showing you where in the keep the different rooms are. And these are the
Okay.
ones that have
This will do.
full
And I
walls.
walk past him. I kick
I
the
have
door
no
closed
say.
behind me, right in his face.
Baker, at any time you need to drop off, I feel you, bud.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
I put Arnem down in the bed
Someone
there, and I just sit down next to him.
Just making like weird noises while sleeping.
You hear that voice in your head, Diz, but it's not the voice in your head. It's that memory of, you know, it's not like they're not communicating with you right now. You just are remembering and thinking
Just
back,
having a memory.
thinking back to like the things that they've told you. And then you start thinking about, you know, trying to pull up the stone road when he disappeared and missing him. And
I look over at Arnem, and I reach out to it. I try to connect.
to Arnem,
No,
Plug in.
to the mantra.
oh,
I tried to reach out to it
What?
to see
Mm,
if I can gather any information about Keltesh or this Rakshasha or anything that Xanfer and Scyther was just now talking about. It's kind of an act of desperation.
Whoa.
what would you ask?
How is all this connected? Keltash missing, Arnem taken, and now Xanfer and Scyther going to battle.
Look something up real quick.
He's got all the puzzle pieces right there, man.
I don't know who's got the music playing in the background, but it's perfect with whatever Q was saying.
You might be hearing it off of stream.
It's beautiful. I agree.
Do you hear it? It's like Final Fantasy music or something. I don't know who's playing it. It's in the background.
That
not me.
might be me.
It's so perfect.
Oh.
It's like just made the mood for whatever Q was doing.
You know, I could probably cry, but I'm asleep.
It's Randy actually in his room. he just happened to find a piano and just started playing it.
Okay.
But Rift and Xanfer hear this too while they're going on their little walk.
So Diz,
In their head.
you get first the pendant that you have lights up even brighter,
Take it in my hand.
just white light lights up even brighter, and you feel like a warm breeze come out of it, and the breeze that comes out of it pushes up to your forehead. And on your forehead lies a rune, a magical rune
Yep.
that fell dark. And as that warm breeze hits it, just lights up platinum. And you get the feeling that can't fully, whatever this energy is, can't fully answer that question, but you know it's all connected to that day. As you are the first person to cast commune out of your pendant of power, without realizing it. Typically, it would have to be a yes/no question, which is why it's very unclear as to how it all connects. But you just get without without a doubt, it connects, and it connects dating back to that day. At some point that day, all of these threads pushed together into one, linear line of time, fate, whatever you want to call it.
I'm just gonna sit back in the chair and pull the gun out and just kind of start checking it and doing some maintenance on it. Just while Arnem's sleeping.
Rift, you
Yep.
wanted to walk with Xanfer.
Yes. Once we get a little, ways away from the keep where I think we're at an earshot, I'll turn to him and just say, I have no idea why I'm about to tell you this. I feel like I trust you. I don't know if that's a foolish decision or not, and I don't know why. I suppose I don't know why I shouldn't trust you, but you're a powerful magic user, Sanford.
I have my tricks.
Hoping you might be able to shed a little light on some questions that have come up. You said something inside that caught my attention. You said, my holy symbol. It gives me the ability to do things that I can't explain, things I couldn't do before. And you said it came from a divine place. Is that right?
Yes, I mean, Helm is a god.
Right. There's a few things I can do, or at least a few things I could do, that when I do that, it doesn't feel like it's coming from that same divine place. It's hard to explain. When I'm curing my friends, healing them, when I'm smiting my foes with this divine wrath from Helm, I feel something inside, and there are things I can do that feel different. Things that don't feel like they're coming from that same place of divinity. Feels cold. Feels not like powers being given to me, but almost like powers being taken from me. What do you make of that?
Uh, hmm. Powder comes to many people different ways. Your friend Arnem, he's learned his power.
Right.
Mine comes to me through my bloodline. Yours comes to you through your deity. Possible that you could have something else, I guess.
But wouldn't I know? I mean, Arnhem has been studying. He knows the pages in those books. Now, God knows I can't read it. I know that this comes from Helm. I know that the healing. I know it's coming. I know where it's coming from. But it scares me. I'm not sure what's behind it. I'm not sure what's driving it. I have thoughts, but if it's something I can do, wouldn't you think I would know?
Perhaps it's something that is locked away, something forgotten. Perhaps it's something that you're just now discovering. Could be unlocked in many different ways.
Right. I appreciate the guidance. I need to clear my head. I'll be back at the keep in a few minutes.
Xanfer walks off.
Right. I pull out the sunblade and I activate it. Is it still just a sword?
It's just a sword.
Alright. I'm gonna look at the sword, think back to that dream I had, and gonna kind of say, kind of under my breath, all right, you fucker. You helped me find Keltesh. You helped me figure out what we need to do to keep these knights distracted here on this side of the rift. You helped me figure that out? Maybe then I'll fucking return.
In your head. Well, first, you're out near like a little garden. It's not fruits and vegetables that are being grown there, oddly, but weed. You're not wrong if you only knew the Aquarian that ran that garden.
I do.
But out on one of the scarecrows, a raven just lands in the middle of the day. Just lands staring at you. And you hear in your head, wide awake, not dreaming.
Prove yourself. Return.
It's so creepy.
Your locked eyes with a raven sitting
What?
sitting on a scarecrow kind of thing in the garden.
hearing that voice again brings up just rage inside of me. Point my hand over at the Raven and just launch an Eldritch Blast at it.
And with that, Eldritch Blast, green energy shoots from your hand. Hits the Raven, destroys it, and you look down at your sword, and it is a trident.
I'm gonna look at my trident, and then on my other hand, so the hand I hold my trident in just is a regular glove. The other hand has one of the symbols, one of my holy symbols carved in the back of it. I'm gonna look from one to the other. Fuck. Head back inside.
And I think that's a good place to cut it this week.
Oh my god.
I think that's going to be a good place to cut it. So, guys, as always, make sure you follow the cast members on social media, be able to hang out with them, talk to them throughout the next couple of weeks while we wait for the first Friday of September. But we love you guys. Don't forget to love each other and be characters that make an impact on the world you're living in. But for now, bye, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
See?